What's up, and welcome to TV Table Sports Talk with KMaccTalks. My thoughts on the NFL playoffs, super wild card weekend. Gotta add in the super, I guess, this year. My thoughts on wild card weekend and what the rest of the playoffs will look like. Let's talk about it. All right, we had a great wild card weekend. Couldn't ask for too much better. Not many blowouts. Really, it was shocking because the two games I thought would be blowouts. I thought the only good games really would be Tampa Bay and the Cowboys and Minnesota and New York Giants. And, only one of those lived up to that. The Cowboys was kind of a blowout game. But the other two games, the Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills and the Bengals and the Ravens, those games I thought were obviously going to be blowouts. You got backup QBs, rookie QBs, Tyler Huntley for the Ravens and Skylar Thompson for the Dolphins. Like two names you probably didn't even know entering the season were playing quarterback for those teams. And you just assumed, obviously, Joe Burrow, Bengals are going to dominate, and Josh Allen, Bills will dominate the Dolphins. And that wasn't the case in either game, really. The Dolphins hung on till pretty much the very end. It was kind of, you didn't know. They had a chance at it. That one, the Bills took over a little quicker than even the Bengals. The Bengals Ravens game, if Tyler Huntley puts 6 more inches of that ball over that white line, he only needed a little bit of the ball. I think even if the tip's over the white line, just the tip, that would have been, they're up 24-17 with about 11 minutes to go in the fourth, which I think Burrow could have scored another touchdown, but I mean, he didn't. Like, that fumble couldn't have been, it was almost like it was predestined. Like, if NFL football is fixed, that one, they almost made it seem too unrealistic. Like, they should have faked us out better, because it's like he batted the fumble and the guy just happened to be like in the backfield, like he was waiting for the fumble to come right to him. Like he was in the perfect spot. It's just boop, boop, right in his hands. He was just there and off to the races. Like, why was he standing in that position? He wasn't like going for Tyler Huntley's QB sneaking and reaching the ball over. Why is he in the backfield there? I guess he's on the outside, supposed to rush the passer. I mean, I guess, but you gotta expect a QB sneak there, is what I would think with him, especially under center. I get if he's in shotgun, obviously, and even then it might be a QB run up the middle, but he's under center. Big guy like Tyler, you gotta be expecting QB. Why wasn't he smashing into the middle? He was right there. It like he caught it perfectly, and he's just off. And then I don't know what blocking in the back is. I guess they were side by side, but Mark Andrews should have caught up to him, but a Bengals player pushed him, which it was close. I felt like they maybe could have called block in the back. Even the Bengals player was like, I know he was shitting his pants there for a second. He's like, if I mess this up for my team. But they didn't call block in the back. I mean, I guess because it was kind of sideways. It was more of a sideways back, but it was kind of in the back. I don't know. That was iffy, but that last pass, that Hail Mary Tyler Huntley throws, when it gets tipped and it touches that player in the end zone and it just falls through his hands, like, oh, you couldn't ask for a better Hail Mary situation. And he misses that. It was but it was destiny, I think, for the Bills and the Bengals to win. Destiny for them to meet in the playoffs here, but it was great that the games were thrillers, those two games, because I thought we were really going to have two dull blowout games and probably a third in the San Francisco and Seattle, which pretty much was a blowout like expected. It was kind of close in the first half-ish. The 49ers are playing so well right now. I think they're the juggernaut. They're the team to beat in the NFC right now. I think everyone agrees with that. Philadelphia has been a little shaky lately, especially with Jalen Hurts' injury. He hasn't been playing, he played the last week of the season, but he hadn't played 2 or 3 weeks before that. And, is there going to be rust there? Because now he's had another 2 weeks off. and it just seems like they weren't playing their best football at the end of the season. So the Eagles are kind of, I feel like, shaky right now, but the 49ers are just that defense. Brock Purdy, once again, you're like expecting Brock Purdy to just mess up. When is he going to feel the nerves? When is this wild ride going to end? And it's just not ending. He just keeps playing well and keeps playing well. He's now 6-0 since he took over, and the 49ers are 10-0. That's the only thing that would scare me a little bit, is that they will have to go 11, 12, 13-0 to win if they win the Super Bowl, they'll have gone 13-0 now. So that's tough to get. That's an old NFL season right there. That's like a 1950s NFL season. So I think that's the Dolphins of 13-0 when they pop champagne. So the 49ers will have matched the Dolphins 13-0 Super Bowl. And it's just like Brock Purdy's got to feel the pressure at some point. Maybe the wild card round, you don't feel it, that kind of, you're still at your, they were at their home stadium. Yes, yeah. So, you're still at your home stadium, whatever. But once it gets, I think, to the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl, he's got to get some nerves, or this is the best Mr. Irrelevant ever, like one of the best, end picks, like next to Tom Brady. Like Tom Brady be the next Tom Brady picked at the end of the draft. This Brock Purdy's literally Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick of the draft. Tom was the 6th, 7th round, but he'll literally be the next Tom Brady story. But I mean, with the running game that they're showing in McCaffrey and their other guy there I'm blanking on right now. Yeah, with their running game, and with, Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, count him as another runner. They're just playing and George Kittle, don't forget George Kittle there, obviously. And just their defense, Nick Bosa, all of them, I mean, well coached, Kyle Shanahan, DeMeco Ryans, the coaching alone. Shanahan is an offensive genius, and I think they're destined for the play. I have them as my Super Bowl pick. If you saw, I'll try to post my predictions were on my Facebook page. I made a Facebook Live with my predictions, but I have the Buffalo Bills and the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I have the Bills beating the 49ers in the Super Bowl. That's what I think will happen still. It'll come down, it'll be an amazing game, come down to like the fourth quarter, the last, play or so, and the Bills will pull it out. But I think the 49ers are going to get there. Now with the Giants, Vikings, I did think the Vikings, I had predicted, much to my friend Mike's dismay, I had thought the Vikings were going to pull it out. They were at home. I had thought they were going to once again win another close game by a field goal or a touchdown in the fourth quarter, like they've been doing 9-0 in close games or whatever they are. I think, or is it 11-0? Something crazy. I thought they were going to pull out another close game just because they were at home. I thought those were two evenly matched teams. I thought Jefferson was going to go crazy, but it just didn't happen that way. Kirk cousined again, and I should have known that. I should have known he wasn't. He's a great regular season QB. He'll put up all the stats, all the numbers, but he's just not. He's not going to take you to a Super Bowl. He's not a playoff QB. He doesn't have the ice in his veins. He's not Brock Purdy. No, he just doesn't do it. And like on the fourth down play, it's fourth down and 8 or whatever, and this is the game. It's the end of the game, and you throw a 5-yard pass, like it's literally 5 yards from the first down marker, and there's a guy right next to him about to tackle him. What are you doing throwing it to? Like, what is going on? It blew my mind. Like, why are you not throwing down the field? So the Vikings, I should have known, they're just not a playoff team with Kirk Cousins as their QB. And Daniel Jones looks really good right now. Like, they looked great. Daniel Jones looks amazing all of a sudden. He has finally found a great coach who's letting him be unleashed and be himself. My friend said he always had running abilities, but I don't remember them. I certainly don't remember him running the way he is now. Amazing running games, like leading the team in rushing practically. I mean, he had some record in like 250 pass yards and over 60 yards rushing or something I don't know if it's franchise or playoff all time, but he had some record there that said he's playing amazing. So I could really see the Giants with Saquon playing amazing. And, their wide receivers are stepping up. What is that guy, Hodgins or whatever? Richie James is a great slot receiver. Even Kenny Galladay, I think, caught a pass. Darius Slayton, even though he dropped that pass, I know, like, every Giants fan out there was shitting when Darius Slayton drops that easy first down catch to end the game on fourth down. So that would have won the game and sealed it. And then they have to punt. And then after they punt, they get a shitty roughing the passer call that was definitely not roughing the passer. So that gives them 15 more yards, the Vikings, and the first down. And so I know every Giants fan was just shit. They're like, oh, here we go. We're gonna lose here. Everything's happening step by step for us to lose in some shitty manner once again. And but that doesn't happen to the Giants. The Giants win in miraculous. It's the other way around usually when they play the Patriots, at least. So the Giants won. The Vikings are usually the ones who have the shitty breaks like that. And in the end, they did, really. Kirk Cousins ruined him again. If they I don't know what the contract is, but they need to move on from Kirk Cousins. That's for damn sure, I think. So again, they need to get them a Brock Purdy. So I could see the Giants beating the Eagles is what I'm coming to here. The Eagles, I don't know. We're going to see if they're rusty or how Jalen Hurts is feeling overall with the injury. I feel like the Eagles haven't played in forever. I just feel like they moved out of everyone's favorite. They were everyone's Super Bowl favorite, a month ago. But all of a sudden, I feel like everyone is saying the 49ers. So maybe that helps the Eagles. Maybe now that they're underdogs as a 1 seed, or, there's a lot of people saying they're on upset alert because the Giants played that well. So maybe that helps the Eagles, and maybe they soar to a win. I could see the Giants beating them, just like everyone's saying. The Giants played that well. Daniel Jones is playing that confident, and I just, the Eagles are at home, but I don't know. I could see the Giants upsetting them. It wouldn't shock me at all. So that's going to be a great game. I think overall the Eagles, they'll be ready to play. Like A.J. Brown, Miles Sanders, that running game's great. Jalen Hurts, I don't think he's still Jalen Hurts, the possible MVP of the league. He won't be that rusty or whatever. He can still play football. And as long as he's not injured, he knows how to play football. The defense is still great. They still picked up those 2 new defensive linemen, and so they'll still be ready to play. So it's going to be a great game. That's going to be one of the best games of the weekend for sure. The Kansas City Chiefs, Jaguars. Obviously, Jaguars came back. I picked the Jaguars to win. I knew it all along. Even knew it in the first half. No sweat. I knew it when it was 27-0. No sweat. Wasn't concerned a bit. Please. No, I was definitely concerned. I thought they were done for. But a great comeback win. Like, I've never seen a first half and a second half transformation. 4 interceptions to 4 touchdowns. It just was like night and day. I've never seen a switch. Whatever Doug Peterson said at halftime, they need to bottle that up. They need to get that on a DVD. They need to get that on film. And that needs to be a motivation for just everyone's life or whatever. Anytime you're feeling down, whatever he said to them fucking worked amazingly, because that was an insane comeback. So shout out to them. I don't think they're going to beat the Chiefs at home, because the Chiefs don't get rusty, even though they feel, having the bye, I feel like, they haven't played forever, but the Chiefs are just healing up. They'll be fine. Chiefs will win easily. Maybe not easily, but whatever, they'll win. And then Bengals Bills, it'll just be a fun, that one. I don't know. It's a toss up. I have the Bills winning. I think the Bills, one of the announcers said it could be like stress from Damar Hamlin, the mental and emotional, that'll drain them and everything. But I think it'll do the opposite. I think it's motivating them. I think they're gonna win for Damar. I think they're motivated, more motivated than ever now. If they weren't motivated before, they definitely are now. And I just think the Bills are going to take this out. Because the Bengals, I love Joe Burrow and Jamar, the trio of Jamar, Higgins, and Boyd. and all that. Mixon playing well, Samaje, all that. But, I mean, see, the Bengals didn't play that well against the Ravens. They really weren't, they didn't dominate. I mean, neither did the Bills, but still, I just think the Bills will take this one, especially at home in Buffalo. That's a huge deal. Even though the Bengals are a cold city team too, I still think that Buffalo Stadium's loud, tough place to play. I think the Bills will win a close game of really down to the wire, exciting. That would be possibly the game of the weekend with the Giants-Eagles. The 49ers Cowboys, that has a chance to be the game of the weekend. I love this round of the playoffs is great. I mean, all these teams are meant to be here. I think I love every game is going to be exciting. I think it's great. I love NFL playoff football. So good, so good. Cowboys 49ers, what I think is the 49ers will win. But not easily, though. The Cowboys played well in the playoffs. I honestly thought I had Tampa Bay beating them because I thought the Cowboys would cowboy and Dak would throw an interception at a crucial point and they'd lose. It'd be a close game and Dak would make a mistake, in the fourth to lose the game for him. So I thought they would lose. I don't bet against Tom in the playoffs, but he didn't look good. I mean, he went back. I thought they were starting to play better, that him and Mike Evans connected for 3 touchdowns at the end. I thought they were going to get on a roll, but, I was wrong. They usually don't bet against Tom in the playoffs, but he needs to have a better offensive line, and just this was a tough season for him emotionally and everything. I'll talk about that in the next video. Will Tom retire? But, I thought the Cowboys would lose, but they won in easy fashion. So maybe the Cowboys, I think they'll put up a good fight against the 49ers, a real good fight, but I don't think they have enough to beat them. The 49ers are just playing too well. That defense is too good. Their run game, the Cowboys are weak against the run, and I think they haven't been faced with that, especially against Tampa. So when that run game with McCaffrey and the other guy, I keep blanking on his name, but I think the 49ers will run them and play defense and beat the Cowboys in a close one. So I got 49ers and Bills in the Super Bowl, and the Bills winning it all. If the Bills get past the Chiefs, which won't be easy. And in the NFC, 49ers against either Giants or Eagles. That's a toss-up, but I think 49ers will beat either team. So 49ers, Bills in the Super Bowl, Bills champions, confident with it. But this weekend is going to be real exciting. 3 awesome games. The 4th one, I think Chiefs will win easy. But hey, the way it went this week, maybe the Chiefs-Jags game will be the best, closest game, and that'll be the game of the weekend. I mean, who knows? It was the opposite this week. Could be the opposite again. I don't know. I can't predict it any more than you can. But hey, I look forward to it. Thank you guys for watching. Watch the next videos. I'm talking about Tom Brady. Watch the one with Lamar Jackson. Talk about Jason Tatum. Keep watching TV Table Sports Talk. Subscribe to the channel for daily sports videos. And thank you. Thank you for watching. All right, I'm Kevin KMac McCarthy. This is TV Table Sports Talk. Have a wonderful day. Peace.